Hi guys, I'm gonna be doing a whip, which is my Mahusive 155 by 50, no, 150 by 55, and it's the purple waterfall. I have prepared it with the release papers so I could do section by section. I'm going to try and do one section today. Yeah, so I'll get the formals out of the way. Please, if you enjoy my videos, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and if you like them, please press the bell icon and it will notify you every time I do a video. Right, so let's get on with it. Right, let's get going, guys. First things first, let's put a bit of wax. Yes, I do use the normal wax that you get in the free kits. Excuse me. Right, so that's all ready. Right, we'll take this first section off. Right, and what I do is I tend to get all the little bits done and then just fill in. So we've got a H. So we get the H. It's always nice to start with a purple. So there's not a huge amount of H's in there. So using my good old Zesty, we got a bit of a rubbish drill there. So what I will do is I'm going to get a little container. I've got a little Tic Tac one here. Oh. Sorry guys, this is so big that I'm really struggling to work with it, and I'm having to stand up, which isn't a good thing. Right, so there's our trash. Right, then, am I all in camera view? Yeah. So here we go, guys. There's a H. And then what I tend to do is I do all the little bits, and then like I said, I fill in. I have no rhyme or reason to which direction I go, but this is the first of most probably many whips on this canvas, because this is huge. So we will just go on and on until it's done. But this is very much one of the canvases that I decided. I love the picture. I love the purples. And if you'd seen in my unboxing of this, it was really inexpensive. You know, I do squares so much that I kind of almost forget how to do rounds. I think I need to put some more wax in, because it is not picking up. There we go. Oh, that's much better. But I thought it's never going to get finished if I don't at least start it. So this is what the plan is today. The only thing is it's going to be hard work, because there's I have to stand up to do it, because it's so big. I can't reach over. There's no way that this will fit on my easel. So yeah, I'm standing. Right, so that's those. The good thing is obviously, as you'd seen in my previous unboxing, I've got my new Zesty tray from Admiral Zest. So that one doesn't want to come out. There we go. So that's the first bit done. Now there's just 2 of these little symbols, which I do have my bits in order of 1, 2, 3. Then you got the ABs, as in ABC. Yeah, there's just 2 of those. And then I have all the symbols. So they're quite easy to find. Then I think we'll do the 2s, because they look, I don't even think that's a 2. What is a 2? 158. We'll get the 2s done. Mix up the colours a bit. But this canvas seriously is humongous. I don't know what I was thinking, but it'll be a challenge and it'll keep me going until I've got enough of my spares to be able to do my heaven and earth design, because the whole plan is to use spares to do it. So we will see about that. I like the noises, and I could hear something, and it's my little pussycat. My Mr. Montague decided to come in and have a bit of a drink. Oh, I love this zesty tray. I'm not used to working standing up. Don't know how my neck's going to take it, but I'm sure I'll live. No, I can't see anymore. No doubt everybody's looking and saying, there's one there. I can't see it, so if anything, I'll go back to it. I'm loving this. This stopper is a godsend, I tell you. Absolutely loving it. Right, what's next? Let's do the A next. I think it'll be, oh, it's a grey. It's 413. It's a colour that I've used tons of times. I have loads of spares in this colour. Oh, I got a bit excited. Let's see how nice they all line up in there. And it just makes it so much easier to do it like this. So A there. Yeah, I kind of forgot how to do these rounds, because I don't know when the last time I did a round. I think because I'm into doing the squares, and also obviously the more squares I do, the more of the spares I'll have. So where me and my daughter both do these, she doesn't actually like doing, well, she hasn't even tried doing a square, but she's quite happy doing the rounds, which is fine. I think everybody has their different preferences as to what you like doing and what you don't like doing. Like, I really don't like doing the really dark colours. I'm absolutely loving doing brights at the moment. I've got a few paintings that I'm working on at the minute. And so this one just adds to it. But I think what I'll do is once a week dedicate to doing a section on this. So there may be lots of whips on this where you just hear me chatting to myself. I've actually got another one that I'm doing at the minute, the kitten looking in the window at the reflection of the tiger, which I don't think that'll be long till it's finished. So obviously I will show you that once it's finished. And it was really surprising because I did the first one of the series. Oh my gosh. First square I ever did. And I chose, I think it's 40 by 65. So kind of jumped in at the deep end. And then this one that I'm doing now is part of the collection of it. So yeah, absolutely love doing it. I love cats. I should really try and do other animals as well, but hey ho, you do what you like, don't you? I've got a few owl ones, and I actually couldn't believe it. Because I get a lot of stuff off AliExpress, and I go on there every day, collect coins and so forth. I've managed to bag myself a couple of diamond paintings that worked out like, I think it was something like £1.67 or something for 30 by 40. And then I do their freebies on there, because who doesn't like a freebie? And you get a couple of chances a day. So I do the freebies on there. And I've won 2 freebies. Can you believe that? 2. I don't win anything. First, when I was doing it, I was very much like, why am I still doing this? Because it's just wasting time. Because I'm not going to win this. And then I won it. I sort of stopped doing it for a little while. And then it came up. It didn't even tell me I'd won. It came up saying you have items waiting to be paid for. And I thought, well, I haven't bought anything. So I had a look. And I had to pay a penny. 1 pence. So, yeah, we'll have some of that. So I thought, right, we'll crack on, carry on with that. Right, I want the little triangle. I think it's that one. Yes, it's a dark grey. So, sorry if the camera keeps shaking, but I'm leaning over my table. And because this is like such a big canvas, what's happening is I keep hitting the table. So, once I get down a bit, then I'll be able to show you. I'll be able to sit down and do it. It's just this first couple of sections at the top. Excuse me. But yeah, going back to AliExpress, I've got a few bits coming from them. So there will be a few unboxings. So, but it does seem to be taking a while to come from China at the minute. I don't know. I know that there's some, they've got a few areas in lockdown again. So maybe that's why. But at the prices that you pay on there, or the prices I've been paying on there, for these spending my coins, and it doesn't really, you can't really moan about the delivery time. And it's not like I haven't got any other stuff to do. I just get excited because like, if you buy something, you want it now, don't you? But I do work on a budget. So AliExpress meets my needs. Every so often I may get off other websites. I might try the fan sales, because apparently that is quite a good one, reasonably priced. I've looked and they've got an amazing diamond painting of cats on a bookcase. It's a large one. And I'm very tempted. But we've just had Mother's Day. I've had my goodies from there. For Mother's Day, so it's not my birthday till November. So maybe if I do really well at the Scarecrow show in May, then that will be a case of I can treat myself. I do believe we need to be rewarded for our hard work. I'm hoping this is coming up clear on the camera. I know I've done a whip before, but it was just a little one. So, yeah, I've decided that I'm going to do one section a week of this, which will more than likely be uploaded onto YouTube on a Sunday, because that just seems like as good as time as any to get it done. So, yeah, but I am loving this zesty tray. Wow, it's the first time I'm using it. But it will be going in the other room so that I can use it on my other diamond paintings. And then it'll be brought back in. I can see me not using any other ones, any other trays now. Hopefully I managed to get the limited edition coloured lemon one. I think the lemon one's the big one. Mind you, whether it's the big one or the blue one's the big one, either one will do me. I'm not fussy, but I know they really sell out quickly. Like, really quickly. So I have signed up for the email to let me know when they go live. So fingers crossed. I have the budget to get it. The thing is, they're not even that expensive. I think this one, the zesty one, I think is $8.95 or around about that price. And the bigger one is like £1 more. So, but I think what I'll do, if I don't get the limited edition one, I will get the bigger one in this side, in this colour. Or maybe, I think they do, I think the standard colours that are in stock all the time is like this one, the pink. And then you've got, I believe it's a grey and a white. So, yeah. I think I made my sections too big, guys. half of you left now because I'm just rambling on. It's nearly Easter. I got my daughter's off school for the Easter holidays. So yeah, I think we do the 3 next. There's not actually that many of them. Right, goes there. So number 3. I feel like I'm not doing, I've got no no rhythm on what I'm doing at the minute. I'm just sort of picking numbers out. I don't even know if you can all see what I'm doing. There's a 3 there. There's a 3 there. When I get to do more confetti, like when you get a bit that's lots of confetti, I make my sections smaller because I really don't want to be doing huge ones. Right, let's do number 8. Because otherwise you miss out so much. And I like doing confetti. I do like it. I'm hoping and praying that this actually comes out really well, because I've learned that if I'm doing a painting, like when I first started doing these, I would do half of the painting and I'd look at it and I'd think, this literally looks rubbish. Like if it's really pixelated or anything like that, or the colours just are wrong, and for whatever reason. So I have since then decided that if I do some start a painting and it's really pixelated, especially because I made the mistake when I was first doing them, you'd get a diamond painting and it would have so much detail in it, but it was tiny. So what I now do, if I think it looks rubbish, I leave it and then I go back to it later and have another look. If it still looks rubbish, oh, I keep hitting this, guys. Can you see it still? Yeah. If it still looks rubbish, then I don't carry on with it. Because the reason I do this is because I like doing it, basically. Now, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy seeing it come to life. I enjoy all of it. But if it looks rubbish, I don't enjoy it. Like, and I'm just think, what is the point in sitting there doing something? It's not like they take 10 minutes to do. If I don't like it, if I don't like how it's looking, I stop doing it. As simple as that. I don't carry on. I just don't see the point. Like I said, I do it because I enjoy it. I choose images that I like, whether they're going to go up on the wall or, I don't know, go in my folder. I don't think it really matters. But I'm not going to spend hours and hours doing something that actually looks rubbish. And to be honest, you can't even put any blame on the seller or the manufacturer, because if you're going to choose something that has a lot of detail in it, the smaller it is, the less detail you're going to be able to see. So I think it's about decide when you're just choosing what you want. If it's got a lot of detail, like this has got a huge amount of detail in it, but it's huge. So hopefully all the detail will come out. Like there's no way of knowing until this has got a lot more done to it. A lot more. I've just seen that there's a number 9 and there's only one of them. So I'm not sure if my pen actually fits in these Tic Tac boxes. Yes, it does. And then I'll just put that there. So yeah. So I decided that I'm not gonna sit and do something, spend hours doing something that I'm not going to be proud of when it's finished. You know, so I don't do them. I literally put them away. I don't necessarily finish them. What I have done is, there ain't even a drill on there. What I have done is, on one of them, I was doing, some penguin ones. And it was way too small. Like the sunset in the background was completely wrong. Drills were quite good, but see, I just found 8 and I've already done them. But it just didn't look right. It just looked wrong. It looked really pixelated. I only did maybe a section. It was only a small one. I believe it was 30 by 30. It was penguins looking into the sea and then the reflections in the sea. But it just didn't look right. So I didn't finish it. But what I did do is the bit that I'd done, I kind of practiced with some different ways of sealing. Because, not that I've sealed anything yet, but there's lots of people use lots of different things. And I heard, I don't even remember where it was. I'd seen it might have been on Facebook, or it might have even been a YouTube video. But somebody had said about using PVA. Because in all fairness, lots of people use Mod Podge. Mod Podge is not in my budget. And Mod Podge basically is PVA. So I thought, let me try that. So I did a section of PVA straight. Then I did a section of PVA watered down. Then I did a section of both of those, but after putting it on, before letting it dry, where's that other 8? Before letting it dry, I just wiped the top with a baby wipe, just to take the excess off. And to be honest, it was fine. Looked absolutely fine. So yeah, that was just a little bit of practice one. Like I said, I haven't actually sealed anything yet. So yeah, But no, that's what I do. And then I just put the drills into my spares. I just don't want to be sitting there doing stuff and spending my time doing it and not enjoying it. So yeah. But this one will take a lot of work before getting to the point of whether I think it looks half decent or not. So this will be a long time coming. I think what I might do is off camera, I might see if there's, sometimes you can work with it upside down or to the side. So I might see during the week if that'll make this easier. Right, G. There's only 2, but a pen won't fit in there. So let's just tip out 400. Maybe not 400, but you know what I mean. A lot of these drills are stuck together, guys. I just sort of play with it with my pen and it seems to unstick them. There's only 1D, but they're all at the bottom, so I'm going to have to tip out. What do you reckon? I can get just the one? No, we got 4. But that's okay. D goes in there. Oh, why are they in there now? But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. N. There's 41 colours in this. But there are some gorgeous colours. I think because I do lots of cats, I don't tend to do a lot of the bright colours. But I showed you the owl that I did on one of my completions. I love doing it. It's so nice. I think, mate, like the bright colour, and also the bright colours are like, I think they're easier to do, to be honest. I do think they're easier to do because they're in your face. Right, let's do the L. There's some gorgeous purples in this. Sorry guys, I think I'm shaking the table so much. Maybe not, but it feels like I am. Yeah, it is nice. The lighter colours I think are easier to do. They're definitely easier on your eyes, especially because I'm blind as a bat. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll get all this section done because my back is killing me. But whatever I don't get done, I'll maybe do during the week. Like P. Do you know what? These Tic Tac containers are amazing. These are the ones where I ate the Tic Tacs. I ate the Tic Tacs. My granddaughter helped me eat the Tic Tacs. But they just hold so many drills. Like the big ones hold, the big Tic Tac containers hold, I think it was just over 5,000. Which is pretty good, especially on a picture like this, which has got quite a few where there's a lot of drills. So right, PQR. Now I just saw one R, but they're at the bottom, so I'm gonna have to tip it rather than putting the pen in. I think this is going to look fab when it's finished. I'm hoping it's going to look fab. If not, hey ho. It's one of them things. Right, K. Do you know what? I never knew there were so many different variations of purple. Literally. So many different versions. I think my daughter's just come out of her room. I've seen her most of the day. But yeah, I think I'll definitely have to work out a way of doing this so that I can sit down and do it. So that my back isn't killing me. So, yeah, there's got to be a way. In fact, bear with me, guys. I'm going to see if I can change it. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I'm back, guys. My daughter did it so that I'm working sideways. I'm sure when she's the one that puts it all up. She'll do it so it's not all upside down for you guys. She'll twist and turn it and whatever. But yeah, this is much better because I can actually sit down and do it rather than leaning over and breaking me back. The only thing is I may sit here for hours now. As much as I like doing the squares are my favourite, as I've said. I swear my daughter's just got some chocolate. It's quite nice doing a round. It makes a bit of a change. And obviously rounds are easier, I think, because you don't have to be so specific in where you place them. They don't have to be twisted and turned so that they are in the right place. So yeah, it is quite nice doing a round one. I know that I'm going to miss some of these because the symbols are clear, but there's a lot of, because there's a lot of colours that are very, very similar, which actually I think means that it's going to be a really good, you're going to get a lot of detail in it. But because they're very similar in colour, it's then hard to, like they don't, oh, nearly got stuck on there and I nearly swore, which is not a good thing. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a case of, it's hard to see them. Because whereas for instance, the two pinks, they stood out a mile. I think we'll do the U next. There isn't. Where's the U? Oh, the U is this one, guys. It's a big one. I think I've only got U, V and 6 left in this. These trays are so nice. Line them up so easy. And the other thing is, because I'm at the table and not on the easel, I don't actually have to hold my tray. I can just have it sitting next to it, right near where I'm working, and it just means it's one less thing, doesn't it? Not that I'm doing anything with the other hand. It's like anybody think that I was using the other hand to use a pen and double dot, but I'm not. But yeah, I don't know if you guys like these videos. I don't mind doing them actually, because I think when I first started doing these videos, it was all a bit weird talking to yourself and all that. And then you kind of get used to it. You kind of get used to talking rubbish, basically. No, it's not all rubbish I talk. Mind you, if you ask the kids, they might disagree. I kind of think by doing this, when I do the videos and I'm doing the whips, especially, I thought I'd find it really hard to find things to talk about. But obviously, I have lots of things. I just put that in the wrong place. No. Obviously, I'm pretty good at chatting rubbish, because I can do it. Whether anybody's listening or not, it's a different thing, but yeah, I enjoy doing these whips because obviously I sit in the house. It's me and my daughter live here, and I sit in the house and I do my diamond painting. But when I do it online, it's almost like you're in a little community doing it. Now, hopefully somebody else is watching and I'm not really just talking to myself. But if I am, hey ho. It is what it is, which is a great saying of mine. I do love that saying. It's not mine, obviously. I never made that saying up. These are another one that's quite difficult to see because the U's and the V's, slightly different variation in colour, and they're both white on a dark background. But then what else could they be? You couldn't do black on the dark background because then that would be even harder. I'll tell you what I do love. Once I've done a section, especially on a big painting like this, I use the roller just to press everything into place. I don't know if anybody else does this, but you hear all the click-clacks of, like that one, of it clipping into place if there's any sort of looser ones. I love that sound. I think this is why I want to get use the glue dots, because they, like, every time you put one on, it makes that click sound where it's being pulled off the pen. And I do like that. I find it quite therapeutic listening. So, what else have I been doing this week? What did I do? I did some pocket shawls. Already I made 3 of those. And they're out on the washing line at the moment. I do like to wash everything that I make before I sell it. And also, because not just for the fact that it's then clean, because obviously I've been working on it. So my hands have been all over it. And I do have clean hands, but when you're working with wool and it gets a bit warm, your hands do sweat a bit, let's be honest. Say it how it is. So, yeah, I do wash them. But also, because then if there is any problems with shrinking or anything like that, especially if I'm using a yarn that I haven't used before, then I'm aware of it. So I can either adjust the washing of it and change the washing instructions that I always give with my crocheted things, or I don't use that wool again. So at the moment on the, I'm sure I've said this already, but on the washing line is 3 pocket shawls and 4 baby blankets. It's the first day that we've had no rain. Yesterday I was going to do them, yesterday being Saturday, and opened the front door to go in the garden, and oh my gosh, the absolute stench, because I live in a very rural area, surrounded by farms and fields of the farms and all sorts, and it was muck spreading day. Now, if you don't know what muck spreading day is, basically it's where all the farmers, this is what my interpretation of it, all the farmers put all the manure onto the fields, onto their fields. The whole area absolutely reeks. Obviously, it's something that they do, and you have to respect that, but it's not a day to be putting washing on the line. So I got up bright and early this morning and got all my bits washed. They're all out there. Went out there first, obviously, because I can't remember if it's once a year or twice a year, and you get up the next day and there's no smell at all. It's all gone. So it's just for that one day. It absolutely reeks. So yeah. So it's all hanging up. My washing line looks very pretty at the moment. So I think there's a pink, a white, a blue, and a blue and grey baby blanket. And then I did in the pocket shawls. And if you don't know what a pocket shawl, basically it's a really wide scarf that has pockets. I do these, they're a really good seller of mine. A very popular item when I do events. I've done a mustard one. This time I've done, ready for the Scarecrow Festival, I've done a mustard one, a cream one, and a grey one. And mustard and grey are the most popular colours that I sell. So, yeah, so they're all hanging at the moment on the washing line. They're most probably dry by now, because although it's cold because it's a bit windy, but the wind obviously does help the clothes dry. But the sun is actually shining, but it's cold. So they won't take long to dry, and then once they're done, I can do all the labels for them, and then they can be put in the bag, ready for the Scarecrow Festival, which I must admit, I was a bit dubious about doing shows again, because obviously the whole COVID situation and blah blah, and we won't go into that, but I think you just get to the point where I was shielding for so long that it kind of makes you anxious about going out and being around a lot of people. I did do a show last summer. It was outside, and it was fine. Didn't have any panic attacks or telling people to stay away from me. It was absolutely fine, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was an amazing event, actually. It was where I live, we don't have many events here, and it was a diversity event, and I sold lots, which was good, but also it was just a really, really nice atmosphere. Lots of live music and different kinds of food. So yeah, it was amazing. So I'm sure I'm going to be all right. I've got the Scarecrow Festival coming up at the beginning of May, and then I think it's August, I'm doing the Diversity Festival again. This time it's being held indoors, because it's actually going to be two. Last year it was one big event, and this year there's going to be two parts for it. You're going to have lots of live music on the local green, and then not the local green, it's not a green, there's a big park, and all the live music and stuff is going to be there, and then all the crafters and stalls and stuff are going to be in the local arts centre, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it is what it is. Right, V. It's another big container, 939, so this is like a really dark blue. But yeah, so I've got a few things planned. We're gradually getting back into the swing of things. So I can't just sit on my backside and just diamond paint all day. I have to actually do some work these days, which is never a good thing, is it? Let's be honest. Like, I'm sure I'm not the only one that could quite easily diamond paint all day. I could chat all day as well, to be fair. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing this week. I've been doing lots of work. I have done a bit of diamond painting in the evenings of my cat and tiger. I'm trying to do, because I got to a point a couple of years ago where I was just working from I got up till I went to bed. So I sort of, this year, I've said to myself, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do work, obviously, because I do have events coming up. I'm going to work, but I'm also going to make time for me to do what I like to do. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to work during the day, and then of an evening after dinner, try and spend an hour or so doing a bit of my diamond painting. I do watch TV when I'm working. So if anybody knows any like true crime, I do like a good documentary. Me and my daughter this week have been watching A Certain Wizard every day. I think we've got 2 films left. She had a friend over one of the days, so I got the day off. I do like watching them, so I can't really complain. We both do. It's something that we both like to watch. But she's 13 years old. I know in a previous video I said she's 12, but she's not. She's 13. She's just in the process. She's just chose her options. I'm very lucky. She's a very clever girl. She's top classes for nearly everything. She likes to learn. She has a hunger for learning. And for as long as I can remember, she's wanted to be a doctor when she grows up. I just won't sit flat. So she's been very careful and got lots of advice on what her options she wants to do. And so she's now sort of on tender hooks, because when she goes back after the Easter holidays, she will find out if she got into the classes that she wanted to get into. So yeah, so that's where we're at the minute. But she's a very, she does study. She's a kid where you sort of, I don't have to tell her to do her homework. She kind of gets on with it. There's a lot of this 939, guys. What I'm trying to do is get like patches done. But yeah, she is a good girl. She's into makeup, gotta say. She's a typical girl like that. She does love her makeup. She came in the other day. She's got false nails on. I'm like, okay. There's not really a lot I can say about that, but when you go to school, they have to come off, obviously. But yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good egg. Typical teenager sometimes, but on the whole, good egg. So this coming week, not sure about what work I'm going to be doing. I think it's going to be, I really want to do some ponchos. And I know it's not the weather for it, but I really want to do one. And I've seen an amazing pattern. So I might give that a go. I might have a look at that. There's a couple of drills that I'm having problems with that just won't go flat, and I don't know whether it's because they haven't got bubbles on, because you don't really get that in the rounds. Maybe it's the way I'm putting them down. Who knows? I think with the rounds you don't get so much trash. You don't need to worry about if they're slightly off. Like obviously there's, for instance, I don't know if you can see, but there's a tiny baby drill. Like that wouldn't be going onto the painting at all. So, and I'll tell you the other thing, since I got this pen, although it's heavier, and it did take a bit of getting used to because it is heavier, I find it so much easier to work with. Now, I know that I should be getting a few pens in the post. And we'll see what they're like. But to be honest, when you do diamond painting, everything you get in the kit, the pens, everything, you can literally get a kit and start diamond painting. There's no reason whatsoever that you need to get. This is all things that we want, not what we need. We want these things. But it's just nice when you enjoy something. I think when you buy your first painting, I don't think you should run out and get a fancy pen and buy this and buy that, and just see how you go. See if you enjoy doing it. And if you enjoy doing it, then get the nice things, the other things. I've only just, it's like this is the tray that I'm using, the zesty tray that I'm using now for this. It's the first tray I've bought. Everything else, all the other trays I use, they've been free in one of the kits. All the pens that I use, until I got this one a couple of weeks ago, they've all been free. So, and I've done a fair few amount of diamond paintings. So it just shows that you don't have to use anything spectacular. Like I said, I use the wax that comes in the kit. I will have a small piece of wax that will last like 2-3 paintings. As you can see, I've put the wax in at the beginning and I've not refilled it since. So I can do 3-4 hours diamond painting on that bit of wax. I know a lot of people have problems with it. I'm fine. I know that lots of people use the glue dots. I just can't get them in my pen. Let's be honest. I get them in the pen, put the first drill down, and it comes out. So maybe one day. But then I had some glue dots here, but they were the bigger ones. They weren't the little ones. And so I thought, just cut it in half. So I did cut it in half, but I don't know if that's what the problem is. Maybe I need to. I didn't really give it much time, to be honest, because I get a bit impatient and it's just like, no, I want to see what it works like now. So maybe what I need to do is watch a couple of videos on, see if there's any videos on how people get them in the pen. And then once I've done that, then I will give it another go. But it's the it's like this bit that I'm doing now. Lots of people would say, why don't you use a multi-placer? I just can't get on with them. I spend so long trying to get them lined up, trying to get them in the pen, then adjusting them once they're on, that I just think, oh, it's quicker just to put one on at a time. And I don't actually mind doing that. My daughter multi-places. I just can't get on with it. Maybe it's because I haven't dedicated much time to actually trying. So maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I need to have a little practice session on glue dots and multi-placers. So, but yeah, this section is actually going, I don't even know how long how long I've been filming for, because you're all such great company that time just flies. But I think, don't you find that when you're doing something that you're enjoying doing, that it's just, time just goes. Like, I'm really not in a rush, because when I finished videoing today, I've got the housework to do. So my excuse first is, I've got videos to do. I'll get the videos done, then I'll do the housework. Obviously, priorities first. So, mind you, saying that, my daughter's off school this week, for the second week. So, I could kind of say, do you want some extra pocket money? Help me do the tidying. And see if she'll do some of it with me. And then it'll be done twice as quick. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. It might be a mammoth whip. But to be fair, I'm actually getting a good bulk of this section done. Because I'm one of these people, I don't know about you lot, but I can't put something down if it's half done. For instance, if I'm doing, say I'm doing my crocheting, I can't put it down halfway for a row. Now, for instance, the pocket shawls, they're like 210 stitches. So I can't just put it down. I can't just put it down and say, right, well, that's got to go there anyway. I can't just put it down and say, right, that's it. I've had it. It's 9 o'clock at night. I've had enough. I'm going to bed. I have to finish the row. And if I'm doing a particular pattern, it's like when I do the big blankets now, they're like double-sized bed ones. I won't, if I'm going to finish that row could take 4 hours. But I will not go to bed and put it down until it's done. And so like, I will not stop doing this until this section is done. And I think this is why when I'm doing a really heavily confetti area on there, on a diamond painting, I tend to do smaller sections. Because the confetti, when you're doing confetti, it does take longer. I prefer doing the confetti, but that's just me. But it does take longer. And I think it's also, if you do a bigger area, it's easier to miss symbols. Like this, I chose this area. Maybe I should have done a smaller area, smaller section. But I chose this section because when I not chose it, but I always tend to start in the left-hand corner. And I did look at it and think, well, there's quite a big patch of, it's not huge, it's not hugely, but there is a little bit of blocking. So that won't take, it won't take so long to do. But then there's also a lot of the other colours in this. So it's kind of, which I would think why, if I'd really thought about it, maybe I wouldn't have chosen such a big area to do, big section. But if I'm doing, like I said, if it's heavily, the one that I'm doing at the moment, the tiger in the reflection. The kitten in the and tiger reflection. There's some bits that is really, really confetti. And what I've been doing is I've been doing a section that's kind of half this size. Like just across like so. And then I find I don't miss so many. So, but I do that, and then it means that if I do one section and it is taking a long time, then that's fine, because if I finish that bit that I'm doing, then I'm happy to leave that as that's what I've done today. So, but I'm not in a rush to do them. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, I want to get this one finished, because I like doing them. I like seeing it as it goes along. I like to see all the like it come to life a lot. Get my teeth back in. Come to life, so to speak. You know, like there's a few customs that I would like to do, but I need to get a bit more back into my actual work to earn the money, because the customs you don't get cheap. So if anybody knows anybody that they can recommend with customs, because I've heard loads of horror stories about people who've got the customs. They're not cheap to get the customs. You get the customs and they start doing it and they look absolutely awful. Like faces particularly. So if anybody has any suggestions on where to get good customs made, then please let me know. Not that I'm going to be getting it yet, but I think I might need to tip some more of these into my tray. But yeah, it's there is a few that I want to do. I want to do some of my kids and my grandkids. And my daughter's dog Bentley, because obviously that's her baby. Get some more of this. I think this is the one that had the most. Yeah, I've got a whole bag there and that. There is a video of me kitting up this, so you can see me. I think it was a long video, because like I said, there's 41 colours and there's nothing really that there's hardly any. Like, they've all got a good amount of each colour, but it's 150 by 55, so that's not surprising. It's a good old size, as they say. Do you know what I'd like to do a Diamond Art Club. They've got a few on there that I'd really like. I did want to do the Crazy Cat Lady. Right, guys, a little bit of a technical problem there. The battery died on the camera and I carried on waffling away. So I don't know how much you heard, how much you didn't hear. I've actually finished this whilst talking to a video that wasn't recording. The joys. I've finished this section. The good thing is I think you only missed me filling out the background. So fingers crossed you didn't miss too much.